Turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes.
Good morning and welcome to day 1 of my 14-day healthy reset. So you saw me make my first fueling of the day. I have the caramel macchiato shake with a shot of espresso, and I'm going to have that on my way to work. And of course, you saw me make the strawberry lemonade EAA. I put 1 scoop with 16 ounces of cold water. And after I'm done with my shake, I'm going to have my EAA. Let me see, I'll try a little sip. It's not bad, it's pretty good actually. So that is my plan for this morning. As you know, I am starting a walking challenge or healthy movement challenge, however you want to look at it. So today I do plan on doing the treadmill again for around a half an hour or so. And then after I do the treadmill, I'll have my second serving of the EAAs. I'm super excited to be doing this reset with you. I definitely need the accountability. So if you're doing this with me, give me a comment below. Okay, I'm gonna head out to work. You will see what I have for my second fueling, and then I should be home for lunch.
You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice.
Well, I made it back for lunch, and sorry about the up close and personal footage this morning. I had no idea that my camera angle was off. But anyway, so you saw what I had for my second fueling. I had the caramel delight bar, and I heated that up in the microwave for about 15 seconds, and it makes it so much better. And then you saw what I had for my third fueling, these sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. I had to be kind of plain for lunch today because the lean and green that I'm gonna make tonight uses all 3 condiments. And what I'm going to do is another take on the single serving pizza casserole. So during my 30-day restart, I did make Ashley Kisner's version of the single serving pizza casserole. And it was very good, but she used a whole cup of cauliflower, and I preferred the Sandy's Kitchen recipe. So what I'm going to do tonight is divide Sandy's recipe by 4 to make the single serving. And I'm going to do it just like Sandy does in her full-fledged 4-serving pizza casserole that I also have a video on. I'll link that up here. So I'll show you how I do that when I get home. I also do intend on walking tonight, but if you follow my channel, you know that sometimes I suffer from insomnia, and I had a really rough night last night. I woke up at around 2 in the morning, and I didn't get back to sleep until about 5:45, and I get up at 7. So I'm pretty tired. So I'm just gonna play it by ear and see how I feel. Okay, I'm going to head back to work, you'll see what I have for my fourth fueling, and then I'll be home to make my revised single-serving pizza casserole. Well, I made it home from work. It's kind of dreary out here today, so I'm going to get started making my lean and green. And like I said before, I'm going to make a single serving size of the pizza casserole. Now, during my 30-day restart, I did do another single serving pizza casserole, and I used Ashley Kisner's recipe, which was really good. But she used, I believe, a whole cup of riced cauliflower, and that seemed to me to be just a little bit too much. So what I want to do is make it just like the Sandy's Kitchen recipe that I made a couple months ago. And I'll link that up here. Sandy's Kitchen recipe makes 4 servings. And what I did was just divide everything by 4. And I'm going to make it just like Sandy's recipe. Now, I did modify that slightly because the recipe from Sandy's Kitchen is actually for slow cooker pizza casserole. But instead of putting it in a slow cooker, you just put it in a 9 by 13 inch pan and you bake it for 35 minutes at 350. But that's for the full size. Let me tell you how I'm going to prepare my lean and green. The first thing I'm going to do is heat up 2.5 ounces of the 93% lean ground beef. Now, last week when I browned up that pound, I froze the leftovers in 2.5 ounces servings, and that's just perfect for this recipe. And actually, my recipe for single serving size meat lasagna is also 2.5 ounces of 93% lean ground beef. Anyway, so I'm gonna heat this up, and to that I'm gonna add my spices, which is 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm gonna put this recipe in the description box below. 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/16 teaspoon pepper, 1/4 teaspoon oregano, 1/4 teaspoon basil, and then I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of Rao's and 1 tablespoon of freshly grated Parmesan. I'm gonna stir that all up, and then to that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of roughly grated fresh cauliflower. And I have some cauliflower still left over from when I made my cauliflower crusts. So I'm gonna rice that in my Ninja blender, measure out a 1/2 cup, and then I will mix it with the remaining ingredients for the meat mixture. Oh, and I forgot, you also add 0.25 ounces of turkey pepperoni that you've cut into 4ths or quarters, and you add that into the meat mixture as well. And then that makes your crust. And you put that in the bottom of your mini casserole dish. You top that with a heaping 1/3 cup of reduced fat mozzarella, and then your remaining turkey pepperoni, which is another 0.25 ounces of turkey pepperoni. And then I'm gonna bake that in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. So let me get started with that. I will turn down my camera so you can see what I'm doing.
You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces take a breath. Let me be a part of something real. Someone said it's better when you hold on to a helping hand. Sometimes we could all use a friend. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Waiting down the line. So don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. There will be someone waiting down the line.
Well, I just finished my lean and green, and it was absolutely delicious. And one thing I like about Sandy's recipe is when you incorporate the half cup of Rayo's along with the half cup of riced cauliflower with the meat and the pepperoni, you don't really taste the cauliflower at all. It just tastes like something you shouldn't be having on a diet. Anyway, I am going to hop on a Zoom with one of my new clients and my coach, Ashley Kisner. And then I think I am gonna try to do at least half an hour on the treadmill, and I will take you with me for that. And then I'll be back for my last fueling.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer.
Well, okay, I am about ready to call it a night. So you saw that I did do my half-hour walk on the treadmill, and then I made my orange mango EAAs, and I think I liked that one a little bit better than the strawberry lemonade, but they were both pretty good. And then I made my last fueling of the day. I used the Chewy chocolate chip cookie mix, and I made it into 4 little cookies that I baked in the oven for 10 minutes at 375. And they were just absolutely delicious. Sort of like Chewy Chips Ahoy. But now I am winding down for the night. I am definitely hoping to get some better sleep tonight, and maybe having a little bit of exercise will help. So what is my step total for today? I didn't quite make 10,000, but I did get 8,483 steps today. I'm proud of myself because I really didn't feel like it, but I did it anyways, and it wasn't so bad. So I am going to say goodnight, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of my 14-day healthy reset. So you saw what I'm having for my first fueling. I'm going to have the golden chocolate chip pancakes. And actually, I've got these packaged up. I'm going to take them to work and have them with some black coffee. I'm also going to grab my new Optavia Active blender bottle. I've already put 1 scoop inside. I'm going to add some ice and water when I get to work. And for convenience purposes, I've marked a little line where 16 ounces is. It's a lot easier to see. Anyway, I'm going to head to work. You'll see what I have for my second fueling, and then I should be home for lunch.
I'm trying to let go of this heartache. It's been following me around. It wakes me up, it shoots me down. At this point, I would rather be numb. I'm sick and tired of emotions. They've never done me any good, just tore me up into bits. I wish I knew how to call it quits. I should know by now how to live without her. I'm in the dark. When I make my way, I stumble and I fall. I'm a blind man without escape. I'm the ocean without the waves. The radio's playing songs, telling me that I should try to move on. But don't say how it bothers me. I guess I'll have to try anyway.
Well, I made it home for lunch, and you saw what I had. I had the buttermilk biscuit, and I know it's discontinued, but I still have about a box and a half left. Hopefully they'll come out with a replacement. I keep saying that. Anyway, and I also had some avocado on top of it for 1 healthy fat. Now, what I'm having for my lean and green tonight is chicken breast. I am making buffalo chicken meatballs for dinner, and I'm excited to share that recipe with you. I adapted it from a keto recipe, and you'll see how I do that when I get home to make my lean and green. But anyway, I get a healthy fat that I'm not using in the recipe, so I am using it in my lunch. But I am using all 3 condiments in my lean and green, so I couldn't use a condiment or a laughing cow today. So that's where I came up with the avocado. Anyway, that's one of my favorite lunches to have. Now I'm going to head back to work. You'll see what I have for my 4th fueling, and then I'll be home to make my lean and green. Well, I made it back from work, and it is time to make my lean and green. And what I'm going to make is buffalo chicken meatballs. Now, as I said earlier, it's a recipe that I adapted from a keto recipe. So let me tell you what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 6 ounces of ground chicken. Now, I have a meat grinder, and I just got a Walmart shopping haul, and I ordered those big chicken breasts. So I'm actually going to grind my own chicken breasts today for this recipe. And I'm actually going to double this and probably freeze the other portion. So anyways, like I said, 6 ounces of ground chicken, and that's pre-cooked, so it will shrink some. 2 tablespoons of egg white, 2 tablespoons of blue cheese, 2 tablespoons of Frank's buffalo wing sauce, and 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese. You combine everything together, and then you form 6 meatballs. Now, you do reserve some of the wing sauce. I think you use about 1.5 tablespoons inside the meatballs itself, and then you drizzle some on top of the meatballs. And you bake that at 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And I'm going to serve that with some celery, cucumber, and tomato. Okay, let me get started with that.
It shoots me down. At this point, I would rather be numb. I'm sick and tired of emotions. They've never done me any good, just tore me up into bits. I wish I knew how to call it quits. I should know by now how to live without her. I'm in the dark. When I make my way, I stumble and I fall. I'm a blind man without escape. I'm the ocean without the waves. The radio's playing songs, telling me that I should try to move on. They don't say how it bothers me. I guess I'll have to try anyway. Try to let her go. I've always liked to be a stranger, keep my distance from the crowd. Thought that way I wouldn't get hurt, but when I met her it became a blur. She took my principles and turned them upside down. I had never felt that way, but what's to say? Sometimes good things end, but I didn't think that it would be this hard for a heart to mend. 'Cause I should know by now how to live without her. I'm in the dark. When I make my way, I stumble and I fall. I'm a blind man without escape. I'm the ocean without the waves. The radio's playing songs, telling me that I should try to move on. They don't say how and it bothers me. I guess I'll have to try anyway. Try to let her go. Oh, I don't wanna let her go.
So I just got done having my lean and green, and that was really good and really filling. I ended up using 2.5 greens worth of celery and about 1/2 green's worth of tomatoes. So this recipe is going to be 1 leaner and 3 condiments. Now, you know I used 6 ounces of the uncooked ground chicken breast. And when that cooks down, that's going to be less in weight than the 6 ounces. But when you add the 2 tablespoons of egg white and the 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, I think that evens it out. So 1 leaner and 3 condiments. And as you know, with a leaner, you get a healthy fat, but I had that with the avocado at lunch. So I have a big messy kitchen to clean, and I also need to go vote. So I'm gonna go do that, and then you will see me back for my last fueling. Well, it's time for my last fueling, and I made the baked chocolate chip cookies again. I'm a little bit obsessed. They're nice and warm, fresh out of the oven. Ashley Kisner has a recipe for the same thing, which is where I got the idea. And she makes the dough according to package directions and then sticks it in the freezer for about 20 minutes. And then wets her hands and makes them into balls and then pushes them down on the parchment paper and bakes them. I did not put mine in the freezer. I just made sure to wet my hands when I was making the cookies, and it seemed to work just fine. So I do not do the freezing step, but they are so good. You can kind of see. Can't wait to eat them. So I have kind of a big day tomorrow. If you follow my channel, you know that last fall I was diagnosed with breast cancer. They caught it early, thank goodness, and I had surgery and then I had radiation. And Since then, I have not had another mammogram since the one that led to my ultimate diagnosis. And tomorrow I have my first mammogram at the breast cancer center at the Cleveland Clinic. And I'm a little nervous about it. So send me good thoughts, guys, because when this airs is about when I'll be having my mammogram. I don't have any reason to expect anything bad. They caught it very early and they got it all then, but I can't help but be a little bit nervous. So it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing this 2-week reset, because I really needed the accountability. Because when I'm feeling anxious, that's when, I want to eat something bad or drink some wine or something, and I'm not. I'm being good, and I know I'll be healthier for it. And it's all what I'm trying to do to change my mindset. I think to go forward and maintain your weight loss, you have to be mindful. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see you tomorrow.